We need something different. Go cyber! And we need sustainable energy now. So I present you the CyberTruck.
We are here. We are in Hawthorne, California, just right outside of Los Angeles, right next to the Tesla design studio, where in just a few short hours, they are going to be announcing and showing us the new Tesla CyberTruck. There's been so much speculation about what this truck is actually going to be. And that's probably one of the coolest things about it is we really have no idea, except for a few instances where Elon has tweeted or talked to the press or had interviews about a few things. A lot of the other comments that Elon has made is all about the way the truck looks. And this is where a lot of my hesitation comes in. He said it's going to look like it's coming out of a sci-fi movie. It has Blade Runner inspiration, and The Spy Who Loved Me, he just tweeted it, that it has inspiration from that, which is like sharp edges, very boxy almost looking. I think that's where a lot of people may get hung up on it, is it's going to look completely different than your standard truck, or so we think. And he said, if not a lot of people like it, they may make a more conventional truck. I'm anxious to see how it looks because I feel like that will impress me a ton whether I decide to bite the bullet and get it or not. Now, with their doing the unveiling today, it may not go into production for another couple of years, so that'll give a lot of people time to think about it and see more about it, but only time will tell. In just a few more hours, we'll be able to see exactly what it looks like. So I'm sitting here with my buddies, Dan and Zach, and I wanna ask you guys, what is number one on your wish list for the Tesla truck?
Okay, for me, I sold my Model X because of the range. It was around 280 miles range. We live in a small town that's really far away. It's like 300 miles to get to Salt Lake. And so I want something that has more range. And if it's the truck, and if it has 500 miles range, which some people have said it might have, then I would buy it just for that, even though I'm not a truck person, because I need a road trip car. I can throw some stuff in the back sometimes.
Right.
I don't know what, but yeah.
Zach, what about you?
So a while back on Twitter, Elon messaged, like, just put it out there and said, what features do you want in the truck? And so I tweeted to Elon and I said, I would like lockers on the wheels. Lockers mean that you can go off-road, like it keeps all the wheels turning at the same time. He tweeted back and he said like something like sure thing, which was like, I hope it has that feature because I contributed.
Could you imagine if he talked about that on stage and you're like,
Jerry Rig wanted lockers, so
these are the
here
Jerry
we go.
Rig lockers.
You're like, that's me, I did that, I made that happen. I'm hoping for at least 500 miles. A lot of people have been saying they're gonna pull a rocket.
We were just over there and there's a big crane setup. But if you go by the big rocket that they have outside, the crane is not even big enough to tow something like that. So it'd be relatively speaking, a smaller rocket. Maybe it'd be heavy, but I didn't see any.
Hey, we're not comparing rocket sizes here, are we? Come on, guys. One thing that we were talking about was like the bed of the truck. How long is the bed of the truck going to be? Is it going to be?
Jared, have fun over there.
Hey, that's my wife. That's my wife. What the heck? Dan! She was my date. Thank you so much. So, we're here at the event. Are you ready for this?
I'm so excited.
All of our questions about the Tesla truck are going to be answered tonight in just a minute. hours of waiting. Oh no! Oh no!
It's small, but it gets the job done, Sharon.
We made a joke about the microphones earlier,
Yeah.
and now my microphone.
Even karma.
It must be really cold outside. My microphone is gone. Hold on, I can show you.
Is it broken?
It like fell off. My microphone just fell off. Like, this is a test. This is only a test. What I was saying is we finally made it here, but I think my camera just broke. How you doing, Ellie?
So good, I'm so excited!
Welcome to the CyberTruck unveiled. So I present you the CyberTruck. The functionality I'm going to describe is within a space that is less than the most popular pickup truck in the United States, the F-150. We didn't cheat in either width, height, or length, and we're able to achieve much greater capability in the same dimensions, same weight. Franz has a sledgehammer. What else can we do? It is literally bulletproof to a 9mm handgun. That's how strong the skin is. So it's ultra hard, cold rolled stainless steel alloy that we've developed. We're going to be using the same alloy in the Starship rocket and in the Cybertruck.
I'm so happy!
Transparent metal. This is not glass.
Well, maybe that was a little too hard. The rear is 100 cubic feet, 6.5 foot length, bed length, up to 3,500 pounds payload.
No! Holy crap! Are you freaking kidding me?
It's going to be a great party. You'll love riding around this thing. It's great. All right, thank you. Oh, wait. Good one. Nice. Should we do the? Oh yeah. We made it. We also made an ATV. So.
No! Freaking think of that, Ellie. That is insane!
This is unreal. We're living in the future!
Alright guys, we just saw the truck. What do you think of the way it looks?
Initially I was like, no, but now I'm like, yes.
It's kind of growing on you?
Yes.
I like that it's different. I definitely like that it's different. It's still warming up on me. I love the specs enough.
Yeah.
And what it does that I'll take that design. It looks kind of like a boomerang.
Yeah, it's almost like it's so old school, it's cool.
Yeah. Retro.
Right on.
Like Dan said, I think the specs are amazing. The look of it, it's gotta grow on me. We'll think about that.
I'm giddy. look. The four-wheeler? Are you kidding me?
I think the four-wheeler was probably the biggest surprise ever. So cool, especially that you can charge it in the truck.
Mama boys, four-wheeler, you better believe I'm getting that.
Did you see that? That was so fast.
I was just telling Jared, I love different. It's a very different vehicle.
It is so different.
But how cool are we going to be able to tell our grandkids? We were one of the
First people
first
to see
people
it.
to get the Tesla truck and the Model 3. Like,
Yeah.
I'll sell my big car and get that. Look at that bad ass car. I mean, that's gonna piss people off with that light.
It's so bright. I have thoughts about the truck. I want to tell them to you now. All right, we're back from the Tesla CyberTruck event. My microphone is gone, so I hope you can hear me. I think you can hear me. But let's talk about the CyberTruck. It came out onto the stage and everyone freaked out, and I'm not sure everyone freaked out for the same reason. It looks weird. It's different. It's not conventional whatsoever, and I think that was one of the biggest takeaways that Elon wanted you to think. Over the past 100 years, the truck hasn't changed that much, and he wanted to do just that. Would I call it ugly? Ellie and I were talking about it on the way home, and she doesn't want to call it ugly. She wants to call it different, futuristic. It is different. We're not used to it. And I feel like that's one of the ways I want to look at it. Right now, I'm not the biggest fan of the way it looks. That may grow on me. The thing that I love, the thing that is absolutely insane, on paper, this is one of the greatest trucks. There's 3 different versions of the truck and they each get better with each tier. The first one is a single motor rear wheel drive. It does 0 to 60 in less than 6.5 seconds. It has 250 plus miles range. It has a towing capacity of 7,500 pounds plus, and it comes standard with the adaptive suspension and regular autopilot. The dual motor gets a little bit better. It has a towing capacity of over 10,000 pounds. It has a 0 to 60 in less than 4.5 seconds, and it has a range of 300 miles plus. And lastly, the tri-motor all-wheel drive has a towing capacity of 14,000 pounds, has a 0 to 60 in less than 2.9 seconds, and has a whopping 500 mile plus range. The interior, I think, from the pictures that you see here is beautiful. There's 3 seats in the back, there's 3 seats in the front. The looks of it is just what is hanging me up on it. I think the exterior looks funny. Now keep in mind, this is what Elon said. If this is something that most people don't like, he said maybe we'll make a more conventional truck. I'm thinking that's just gonna take some time for me to get used to. They do have like a year and a half, 2 years before they start production and then start delivering end of 2022. Maybe the design changes a little bit over time, but you never know. I hope it comes in more than just the gray color. That might make me a little bit happier. The reservation cost is only $100. It's so easy to make a reservation now. I did it while I was in line. It took 2 seconds. I did it with Apple Pay, clicked the button twice, and I had it reserved. Yes, I'm making a reservation. We'll see what happens. So guys, that's it. That was the CyberTruck event. Ellie, what'd you say?
I love it.
Ellie loves it. What do you guys think? What did you think of the CyberTruck? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you gonna make a reservation? If so, I'll have a link to it down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.
It didn't go through.